Good morning, boys and girls, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas. Today, I'm going to tell you a wonderful story about how Jesus healed. When he was here on earth during his ministry, which lasted for about 3 years, one of the things that Jesus became known for was healing. Healing people who had been blind and couldn't see, healing people who were lepers, which was a skin disease that people were very much afraid of, or a lot of other things. One day, the leader of the synagogue came and fell down on his knees in tears before Jesus. He said, "Please, Jesus, will you come to my house? My little girl is dying." Now, most of the time, the synagogue leaders didn't listen to Jesus and often even tried to make trouble for him. But this was a father. He loved his little girl, and he'd heard that Jesus might be able to heal her, and he knew she was dying. So Jesus said, "Okay." As they were going through the crowds, all of a sudden, though, Jesus felt someone touch the hem of his long robe. When he said, "Who touched me?" his disciples said, "Well, hey, all kinds of people have been touching you." Jesus said, "No, someone touched me." And this woman came to Jesus. She'd been sick for many years. And she thought, if I could just touch the hem, that meant the very bottom of his clothing, maybe I'll be healed. She was kind of afraid to tell him that, but he said to her, "You are healed. Your faith, your belief has made you well." Well, as they carried on toward the house where Jairus' daughter lived, people came up to them and said, "It's too late. She's died." And Jesus said, "We will keep going." When they got outside the house, people said again, "It's too late." And there were already people out there weeping because they were certain that she had died. But Jesus said, "She's just sleeping." So he went in to the room where this little girl was. And he brought her back to life. He healed her. He said, "Now give her something to eat. She's hungry." He says, "But don't tell anyone what happened." Well, do you think they really kept it a secret? Well, I don't think so, or we wouldn't have this story today. It doesn't tell us any more as to what happened to this father and his daughter, his family, but they were touched by Jesus. Their little girl was brought back to life. And you know, Jesus is still able to heal us. We can pray for someone to get well, because Jesus, his power hasn't changed from back in the time of Jesus to today, because he's God. And he can heal us. And we ask today, if there's someone in your life that you know that needs Jesus' healing touch, we can pray and ask Jesus for him to hear our prayer and heal whoever it is that needs God's healing touch. Because this is part of Jesus' kingdom. And we know someday, when we're in heaven together with Jesus, There won't be any more sickness. It will be a perfect world. Won't that be wonderful? It's amazing to think about, isn't it? Jesus says there'll be no more crying. There'll be no more tears because we will be with him. I hope you look forward to that day just as I do. It's amazing, isn't it? I hope you remember the story now of Jairus' daughter and how she was healed, and of the woman who'd been sick for a very long time, who Jesus healed just because she touched the hem of his garment. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.